So, like I always say, this is absolutely done live. So, anyone who wants to check this stuff out, if you're watching this from YouTube, what's up, guys? Nice to see you all again. My name is Vulture Nest. If you're not familiar with me, I am doing something new to Smite Scene, which is just releasing like a lot of VOD review content so that overall players get better at the game and make better choices and decisions as far as who they're picking, when they're picking, when they gank, when they don't gank, what they're doing, right? And I've already gotten one VOD review out here, so this is VOD review number 2. This is another support game, and this is by the same player. So shout out to Imperial for supplying me with some stuff to review over, and then on top of that, like having the courage to kind of go out there and let your gameplay be shown in front of so many people. So big claps to you. We're going to get straight into this. This is going to be starting from picks and bans all the way through. And then we're just going to kind of talk it out and see how things go. Once again, this is a live reaction. I've not watched this video at all. And let's get straight into it. I've muted this. Sweet. Those are all great bans, by the way. Like every ban on your team is solid. I don't think Oleron sees enough play to warrant the ban, but outside of that, like Oleron's still really good. Bologna jungle. Uh, it's not bad actually. Nothing wrong with Bologna jungle. Uh, it's not like the top of my list as far as like jungle picks go, but like it just sits down. But it's definitely not bad. Like there's nothing. Ooh, whoops, my bad. There's nothing wrong with Bologna jungle. Like it's fine. Oh my gosh. Uh, now I wish I never touched the camera. Heim, Kepri. These are some good picks on her. So you're next up on the chopping block, right? We're going to pause. Okay. Um, so like as far as like who you're gonna pick, you really just want to pick someone who can deal with the tier and the Bakasura, right? Those are going to be the targets that are going to be on your damage dealers. So you want to be able to peel off the damage that's going to come to your damage dealers. So ultimately, right now, you're just looking for someone who is going to be able to peel off a Bakasura and peel off a tier. Heim and Anher have comparable clear. Kepri's kind of low on the clear. Like his clear isn't half bad. So maybe something that'll match the clear. Athena is a great pick. So I like the Athena pick. Yeah, I big time like the Athena pick. I am a huge fan of Athena. I'm a huge fan of Athena because Athena, out of all the supports, has the most agency. That global ultimate, the 2-second taunt, the just like everything she has is just like frustrating to deal with. It lets you do things rather than having to sit back. Like the Khepri is going to be passive. You can be aggressive. All right, now we got picks and bans through. We're going to go ahead and skip this up. I'd also like to make a correction from my last video. You play on Savage settings, from what I can see here. It just was unfamiliar to me at first sight because you're playing on PlayStation. I like the start. Everything is solid. Your relic here is going to be very important because you're going to be stuck with it for a while. Sprint was a great choice. I like the sprint. It's going to help out your team when they have to deal with Bakasura's Regurgitate Ultimate. I'm going to tap you for it just a little bit. Clean. The level 2 gank and the sprint was great. Alright. So that was your reaction. Your reaction time was stellar. Like, that was fantastic. It is unfortunate that Heim uses beads. I don't think that Bakasura's leap slows. I think that's Humbat's leap that slows. I think that his leap just puts down a debuff. So your Heim using his beads there was just incorrect. But you did make the correct play by sprinting him. So, like, props to you. Oh, it's clean. Okay. So Bologna's in the back fighting. Bologna's coming over. Nothing wrong with that. You did what you could. It was nice of you to support the Bologna there. But really, Bologna failed her gank. I talk about this a lot. So, kind of leeching off our last video that we did, you have them like super high up in lane. So this is good. But what Bologna's not taking into account is that the wave is not cleared or even close to being cleared. So if y'all take this fight, you have to take it with all those minions around. So you're going to take a lot of damage. And on top of that, Bologna as the jungler should be calling this fight. Bologna should be like, hey, gank left lane. Because as you can see, your Heim does not really engage and he prioritizes the farm over the gank, and which is fine. Honestly, I think that's the right choice on Heimdall's part. But as you can see, like this fight won't be cohesive. 3 archers. Heim is walking, but he stops, right? He stops and he's like, I'm clearing the wave. He realizes that this is like, it's over already. It's kind of failed. He comes in after the fact, and y'all get the shell out, so I guess that's okay. But, yeah, I mean, that's not on you. That's on... Yeah, call your Bologna off here. Your Bologna's losing so much time. That's not on you. Jeez. And then Bologna's like taking your farm to adjust for the fact that it's kind of rough. But you're doing really well right now. Good taunt. Good hit. Bakasura is in right lane, so this is a great time to take a fight. This is a great time to take a fight. Good. Put the slow on him. Clean. I like how you hesitated to make sure that the Heim got the kill rather than you getting the kill. Like, perfect. Good job. Yo, hold on. I commented on it in the last video, and like, I'm just so happy that, like, I know it shouldn't be that big because all you said was take this jungle buff, but to see you take out the time to start your VGS and tell your teammate where to go, like, huge improvement. Communication, huge improvement. This money that you're getting right now is going to add up later. Oh, y'all botched that. That was bad. Oh, he cleaned it up. This is good. Camp to camp. Your ward was good. Yes. There's no pressure in your lane. You have downtime. Place some wards. And, man. Yo, your gameplay right now is like night and day. Like, this is really good. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. Good. At least you split the gold. I would have gotten that. I went ahead and got the purple. I mean, not the purple, but the green. But you know what? You're in lane in time. Good. Yo. Someone send this man to the SPL. That is highlight reel. I don't think you intended to do it, but I really don't even care. At least the thought was there, bro. Like, taunt. Like, it was just perfect. It was just perfect. You caught him perfectly. He had to give up his shell, which should be getting reserved for his carry, to go deal with that. Now, mid lane's a mess, and he's getting ganked. It is what it is. He's not escaping Bakasura. At least he shouldn't be. You don't have global ult. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Placing those high up wards. Give yourself that heads up. Good taunt. Ultimate. Heim had ultimate. Heim botched that. But you set that up. That was good. Hey, Bakasura is making his way over. Y'all are on the clock. Y'all are on the clock. Yes. What? Yo. Yo, my boy Imperial is serious. I don't know if you didn't see him or something. You probably didn't see him. It's okay. Y'all win this. Y'all win this. Yes. Yes. All right, he doesn't want no smoke. I think y'all could have won that. I ain't gonna front. Nah, y'all would have lost Khepri ultimate. If Khepri did it. You know what I mean? Khepri has not shown that he's very good. Like, that was great. Now they're triple splitting the wave. Y'all are in, man. Good job. Good job. Yes. Baron is close to a play. Hair is out of position. Bologna can ult over wall. Bologna's not playing it. Yes, you gotta let him know. 2 wars when he back. That's what you love to see. Yes, give him the 30% damage mitigation. You just gotta save him. You just gotta save him. Yes. I. You have no idea. You have no idea how impressed I am with your gameplay right now. Like, did Baron live? No, but I agree with everything you did. Yes. It's up to Bologna to resolve this game. Good. Clean bludgeon. Yes, while you're up here. Okay, I would have liked to see you place a ward there while you were up. Yeah. Yes. What? My guy is insane. You are controlling this game right now. What you want? Okay. Whatever. She dropped her ability. Clean. It is a root, but it's not a cripple, so you can still use movement abilities. Clean. Clean. So much more control this game. Your Baron is not. I don't think he's feeling it. You don't have ultimate. Yes. Okay. Looks like Gilgamesh wants it too. Unfortunately. There it is. There it is. There it is. My guy is insane. You are having an excellent game. Clean. Gilgamesh is behind. Tank it. Yes. I am losing it. You are big braining it right now. It's okay. Take that death with honor. Like, if you are concerned whether or not you can hit plat, bro, you can hit plat. You can hit plat. I don't know how many rank games you're getting in, bro, but you can hit plat. If you play like this, you can hit plat. Good job. He kept retreating. He kept retreating. That was good. You're not going to be able to hold that tower. Your ultimate's ready. You could gank right lane. Good ward. Maybe ward Gold Fury. Good. They're preoccupied with you. They're preoccupied with you. They're preoccupied with you. You. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's, bro, it's clean right now. I'd sprint him out. I sprint him out. Yeah. Let's go back on this play. He's 50% HP, 3v1. %, clap. He steps out. No one's coming. It's just y'all two. He has the Kepri. That ball, by the way, debuffs. So like he's lost a lot of protections because of that Kepri ball. But with Argus here, and Argus here, and you have Bakasura here. The best thing you could do is just sprint this guy out because y'all. I don't think you're winning the 3v1. Not off the Baron, given his gameplay and stuff like that. And Kepri pulls you away from your mid. Your mid does what he can, but it's over. It is what it is. But in that situation, you definitely should have sprinted him. Yeah, it is what it is. Part of that. So real quick, part of that is just knowing. Because as a support, right? Really, your abilities just belong to your team. You're really just using your abilities in whatever way you can to make sure that your teammates stay alive in fights. So part of being a good support is kind of min-maxing what you're using and what you're not using so that you always have an answer available, right? And in that instance, you used your taunt, you used some other stuff. But if you'd have just gave up your sprint, he would have lived and you could have used your taunt maybe on something else or whatever the case may be. But, people make mistakes and misplays. I just, in that instance, sprinting was definitely the right play. This is a great call to defend. They don't think that they got it to take it. So they make the smart decision and just take vision over it. So if y'all go for it, they can make a stand. Very smart. Very smart. Yeah. Make a choice, yeah. Don't waste no time. Y'all here getting your stacks. That's 5-2. Here it is. Deep wards. I don't care if it's a baby ward. Call what you want. Yeah, dude. Your Baron is a bot. He doesn't seem to understand why he's in the situation he's in. Some for it. Let me go back real quick. I want to see. So this is a great thing that you did, and I didn't comment it too much on the other video because I felt like the other things I was stating were like bigger emphasis. But something I like to see you start doing is what you're doing right now, which is tabbing or selecting, whatever you want to call it. But basically just pulling up the scoreboard to see where everyone's at. You kind of take a glance here, but I just want to do some quick analysis. Your team is up by under 1,000 gold, so you guys don't have a big lead, but it's there. You want to try and identify who has your lead through gold and kills, because that's where you're going to want to invest in, right? When something pops off and something happens, statistically that player, right, is going to be the one who gets the kill. So you want to play around them and you want to kind of reinforce whatever they're trying to do. So in this instance, right, your Baron is ass cheeks. I'm not trying to be, we can say this now, right? Like, it's not during the game, right? We weren't being toxic during the game. But, like, your Baron is ass cheeks. I would be focusing on how you can put ahead your best players, right? Because no matter how much gold and how much lead and advantage we give Baron, we know Baron isn't going to perform because he's already performing so poorly. So, like, you don't want to let him fall further behind, but at the same time, you don't want to play off of him, if that makes sense. You want, in a perfect world, you want Baron to be clearing the mid wave and just sitting underneath his damn tower because he's really not doing much. Or where on the other hand, you want Bologna invading and going for every little place you can. So I would recommend, tabbing to see who's ahead and who's behind. It'll let you know who to watch out for and everything like that. So right now, quick assessment. Y'all don't have a big lead. Bologna is your carry right now. Bakasura is carrying them right now. Bakasura actually has more money, but like overall, I think Bologna is probably the strongest player in the game right now, and has a good matchup in Bakasura because of the block stack. So I'd be trying to play off Bologna, and I would always be telling Baron to maybe play something more, do something more defensively if I can. Good call. 30% damage mitigation. You just gotta make sure he lives. Sprint him, yes. Slowed him, yes. All right. So, here's another thing, and you've been really doing a good job of it, like this whole game. But in this instance, right? Um, it's kind of like a layering thing. You get here, right? You're right to hit the taunt. Unfortunately, you didn't get it. It's okay. So you sprint him. Also a good choice. You slow him. Perfect choice. Right? You're doing everything you can to get into here. Right? Like, the layering in this play is perfect. You did literally everything you should have done. There's nothing more you could have done here, other than hit your taunt. If you'd have hit your taunt up front, like this wouldn't have gotten this far. But for what it's worth, you did a great job. Now, once again, Bologna's super fed, so I'm encouraging Bologna right now to be as toxic as possible. Right? Stop. No. Right? You're a support. Your job is to make sure that your squishier players survive their encounter. Gilgamesh is doing okay. He's not doing great. He is doing okay. He's not shown that he has the prowess that's going to carry your game. He is being average, right? Furthermore, you're hitting a tier who has so many miniature bars, I can't see them all. He has health out the wazoo. Kill potential, value on CC is 0 on tier. On top of that, his passive makes it negative 0, like a negative value. You don't want to be using anything on this tier unless he's actually hitting your carries. So right now, the problem positionally is that you're next to Gilgamesh. So both the tanky players are next to another tanky player. And then the two most valuable players in the game, the Bakasura and the Bologna, where all the money is, all the shutdown gold is, all the XP is, all the lead leverage is, and your Baron, who cannot stop feeding his brains out, are in the worst, are like in the most volatile position possible, and you're not near them right now. And that's what's dangerous. So hopefully nothing bad comes to this fight. But yes, you need to abandon that. Good job. Good job. Good job. Clean. 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 Tell you, you're Bologna. You're Bologna. That's not your fault. You did say retreat earlier, and they keep staying. Yeah, you're fine. Just walk them on out. Walk them all the way out. Yeah. But yeah, that was. I mean, that was pretty good. You know, I commentated over it, but you did make the correct choice by by leaving that situation. So, you know, it worked out in the end. No. He's being silly. You have ultimate, so you can probably bail him out if push comes to shove. There we go. He's building his auras. He's building the auras. We know where he's going to be. Yes. And the ward. It's beautiful. So, it's a tough spot right now. Honestly, so this is a weird little spot to be in. Usually you know, once again, you want to win fights and then take something after. Unfortunately, because of the way that your team is playing, like, you're not getting these objectives afterward. But, like, yeah, you're not going to... it's a tough call. But you called it. And you got the kill. That worked out. That worked out. And you are doing the correct thing by maxing your 2 over your ultimate. It's good. It's good. It's okay. Honestly, it's not bad. If Baron would have just cleared the wave when he realized it wasn't going to happen, like, that'd have been great. Good job. Baron's upset and he's, like, jumping up and down, but, like, he's just not good. He's just really not good. He's just not making good choices and good plays, good decisions. Clean. My boy came in on the rotation. Court him, yes. Call it. Call it. Call it. Make my day. What is going on? My guy is insane today. You tell that Bologna what to do. You tell her again. It's alright. It's alright. It's so unfortunate that y'all aren't able to capitalize. Your Gilgamesh is a true solo laner. He's really not even a solo laner. He's a solo gamer. Like, he is laning. And he has no plans of leaving. The whole earth will just blow up and he'll be still in right lane. It's all good. It's all good. I would like to see you start setting up for Gold Fury. You see it. It's written on the wall. There it is. There it is. It's no problem. Y'all can do that too. Y'all can do that to create the opening. Gilgamesh backed again. I can't stand some of your teammates. Clean. Good ult. Good ult behind him. Good ult behind him. Yes, keep your teammate alive. Yes. Yes. Priorities, 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 priorities. Priorities. Where's your Bologna? Where's your Bologna? It's a good fight. You did a good job. You did a good job. With the fight being just so hectic like it was, I might have even just considered I may have even had you consider just ulting. Like, even though you weren't very far away, the damage mitigation would have probably went a long way. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Yes. Controlling the game, controlling your fights. You went for anti-heal here. It's understandable. Yes. Playing off that Bologna, baby. Yes, keep calling it. Yeah, hop off of it. We're gonna have to talk about this fight. So one thing that never really came up in your previous game is leashing objectives and how that should work. I mean, I'm glad that you got it, but like let's talk about this real quick. Definitely glad you calling it was great. Your teammates were all going for it. Once again, your Gilgamesh is just not understanding what's going on right now. So as the support, you do want to take the objective. That's your job. Your solo laner's job is to frontline for the objective that you're taking. The problem is that your solo laner doesn't understand what's going on. Maybe you call him to group up, like like retreat right lane or something like that. Maybe you could have tried to coerce him into coming over here and not like split pushing like he is. But this isn't entirely on you, right? It's not. But as you can see, these situations happen. So I just want to address it. Like when you have a situation where your frontliner is not present and you're tanking the objective, but also the enemy is setting up a perimeter around you to try and crash and steal the objective becomes nearly impossible to get, and it turns into a coin flip. Your team is up in gold, right? So y'all are the winning team. Y'all are up by 8 kills. The enemy team's not winning any fights, and y'all have better fighting utilities, right? You have the Bologna who's like popping off. You got the 2 second taunt. You got the sprint. You got the shell. You got the Baron who has healing. Especially when you have healing in your composition, you want to try and take more fights if you can. In this situation, she walks up right and she just dumps Argus. Realistically, you should have just forfeited the objective right here. If they got the balls to pick it up after they've lost fight after fight after fight after fight, then it is what it is. But in a structured game, you could just tell everybody to retreat or spread out or something like that. And then you guys all kind of split up and make your own perimeter around the objective. And then, yes, they stop you from taking the objective, but what did you get from them? We got Hera ultimate, which means that Hera doesn't have Argus. Hera is a whole different beast when she has Argus versus when she doesn't. So like, you pull the objective, you get dunked on, you give up 400 health, and you walk away, but you get to steal your opponent's ultimate from them. Like honestly, at this point, right, like right here, you've already really won this engagement. You standing there and tanking the Gold Fury debuff while tanking Argus, then into on her ultimate. Extreme, right? Like you shouldn't be on this objective right here. I mean, like in the end, right? You live by the margins, right? You're at like 500 HP, 400 HP. They've given up all three of their ultimates, and then they lose the Gold Fury right after. So like, perfect. You know, like this is like really good. But realistically, right there, they could have stole it. So realistically, this whole play was a coin flip. It worked out in your favor, you know. So what? Like if they get it, they go up 1,000 gold, and they're still behind you, or you know, just behind you, or you know, you get the gold fury and you get way ahead. So like, I don't really mind this play, but at the same time, like you know, it's just something to be aware of. You want to take as many favorable fights as you can, and when they dropped all that shit on you, you had already won, whether y'all got the objective or not. Good. 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 Keep walking around. You're gaining like 14 HP a second. Every 3 seconds. No, you're gaining more than that. I'm tripping. Your HP 5 is high. It's beautiful. It's beautiful right now. Yes, y'all got the heal. Y'all need to fight. Yes. I see how you miss, but Baron is just... I don't know what Baron is doing. That vacuum's the size of his screen. Just point it where you can see. Well done. Uh-oh. Good job. You're dead, right? But you can still call it. There we go. Okay. Pause. In this situation, you want to get a sentry and you want a regular ward. It's nice to get the regular wards because you get more of them. But when you have very, very key defined things that you're doing, primarily objectives, like you want to have sentry wards there. Even if, even if you don't, I'm not saying that you only take the one sentry ward over the double wards. I would go sentry and a regular ward. As you come out of the base, you can check to see if your teammates picked up any sentry wards. If they didn't pick up any sentry wards, then you can place, if they didn't get any sentry wards, you can place yours right on the sweet spot of Fire Giant. If not, then you can place yours up higher. So, I'm not sure if you actually go through with this, but I'd have definitely recommended getting a sentry ward here. And the chalice is spicy, but you really don't need health pots at this point in the game. So you really don't need the chalice. And for what you spent on the chalice, that could have probably been better spent upgrading your relics so that you had them more often. Because really, when you think about it, relics are just abilities that you have that have super long cooldowns. So that would have really helped you out. But yeah. Not bad. Not bad for you to go for this. Yeah, not bad for you to go for this. I don't really have too many qualms about that. But yeah, I would be telling your teammates to be careful and ward and stuff like that. Good job. Be active in that fight. Good job. You be trying, man. Just barely short. Good. Protect the bag. Protect the bag. Bologna is the bag. Yes. Retreat left lane. Yeah. Yes. 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 Now, what's unfortunate is that you don't have a sentry here, so in theory, you don't know if they can see you or not. The good benefit is that we know Anher's in left lane. He keeps flashing himself on the map, and we know that Gilgamesh pushed out one of the other players. But I feel like one is still unaccounted for. You're doing a great job leveraging your lead, though. Y'all got that right side lit up like a Christmas tree. It's just so proud. You're about to lose a ward here. And look at that. They did have one. That's the value of that sentry ward. So that was really good. Good job. Good job. Good job. You can sprint him. Okay. There we go. Gotta make sure he makes it. Yeah, third eye on the map. There it is. He chose to die. If you're gonna buy this chalice, you need to use it. Pop that chalice. Why? You should remain super healthy. Oh yeah, D-ward. D-ward. Yeah. Yes. Pop your chalice again. You need to pop this chalice. Keep your squishies alive. Good. Good. Nothing wrong with that. I like that. Bologna's checking out the split push. There's no way Bologna's going to make it back there. That shit is dead. On her comes with 20% pin. The shit is dead. But y'all can kill him. And I like this idea. But Baron has to not be cheeks. You got to hit that, bro. Let him fight you. He doesn't understand. Yes. Yes. Bank. Good. Good. That med is nice. Pop your chalice, bro. I wouldn't be bothered if you didn't buy it, but because you bought it, like, you should be maxing. You should be maxing your health. Y'all can take this fight, or y'all can not take it. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's either way y'all want to do it. Your shell was so... That was poorly timed on his part. Good. Yes. I need you to have that same energy that Heim has. You're doing great with your callouts, though. Yeah. Shift. Don't eat this. Alright. Fire Giant mechanics. 1, 2, melting knockup. And that's the hardest hitting ability that you're going to be hit with by Fire Giant for like the first and second. So 1, 2, 3, knockup. If you could not get hit by that, you'd be good. Cremated that man. This is clean. You're gaining so much HP. Look at your health bar right now. This is beautiful. Tell your teammates where to be. Good job. Good awareness. Eat it. Just eat it. I start walking out. You're going to die. You will die in 4 autos from that thing. Guaranteed. Yes. Yes. I am like astonished, man. I cannot tell you, dude. I cannot tell you. Your gameplay is night and day right now. It is night and day right now. I think Gilgamesh makes it. I'm just hedging that Gilgamesh makes it. If he don't, he's dead. He died. It's okay. Sprint him. Sprint him. He's an idiot. It's okay, Baron, but you CC'd yourself. Hein with the fat autos. Jeez. Y'all can take this fight. I really think y'all win. I really think y'all win. But you would need to make sure that Heim stays alive. Out of mana. I don't think you meant to say that. I'm trying to think about what you maybe said. You're probably trying to say take this jungle buff. AG speeds. Night and day, dude. You are crazy right now. You should definitely take that buff. Maybe Heim is saying that he's going to get it before his back resolves. And he didn't. That was ass. You getting the additional attack speed is also really nice. Your pickup of Shogun's Kunasari is very heads up. Giving your teammates that additional attack speed when you have a comp with 2 auto attackers. Huge. Very, very good. Very good. You have 3 auto attackers. My boy Imperial, it just baited me. This dude,
chasing you while you're in this room.
even if you mained support, I think you could make it to plat easy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of ridiculous, but also freaky.
Tell your teammates where to go.
About it is finding out that it's an enemy
Yes.
in disguise. You can hurt this thing just like anything else. You can find a few more of these things in later areas, but this first encounter
What are we
is
doing
definitely
here?
the freakiest of them.
Yes. It's okay. You're probably still learning these. Yeah. Heim wins that. I wouldn't even ult. I just let Heim do his work. Lamau.
First things that can even happen in this game, but
Yes.
it just can't be denied how
Yes.
effective it was. You know exactly
Bruh,
what we're talking
it's so
about here, by the way.
unfortunate.
The infamous teleporting chest. The Dragonburg Ruins is one of the very first
So,
locations you can explore in Elden Ring. It's a place found on the
this is a
right outside
tactic
the
that
Stranded
players
Graveyard.
do
There doesn't really seem
when
to
they're
be anything
just trying
special
to do
about
whatever
this
they
place.
can
It's
to
got some
leverage a
zombies
win
and
or
dogs
lead.
wandering around that aren't a lot of trouble to
Killing
deal with.
Tyr is
You
very
find 2
tough.
sets of stairs that lead underground, one leading to
But
a
he's
real
dangling
chest, and the
himself
other,
out there,
well,
right?
it's what we're talking about here. You open
It's
the
like the
chest,
oldest trick
and
in-
instead of
it's
getting
like the
some
oldest
kind
trick
of
in the
reward,
book.
You're instantly transported to a miserable and dangerous place called the Celia Crystal Tunnel.
When you
And
play
after
in low
getting
elo
transported,
games,
there's no way to
people have a
teleport out.
tendency
Your
to
only
chase
option
kills
is to escape this
because
place
they
on foot,
want
which is
kills
easier
more
said
than
than
anything.
done.
Kills
The
are
first thing you
rewarding
see
and they're very
is
validating.
here, guys.
So they just go for kills.
But that is also
So
a
if you
fake.
dangle
They
yourself
put one
out
of these
there
dudes
and you
in
can
to
keep them
distract
preoccupied
the
long
real
enough,
lore of this place.
they're gonna be like, ooh,
These
kill,
guys
ooh, kill, ooh, kill, ooh, kill,
who attack
right?
relentlessly and are freaking
But for
half prawn,
you know,
half
not
sentient
necessarily for you,
things.
Imperial. I think you're catching on to what's happening here, which is why you're calling for the group up. But for like low elo players, do not fall for this trick.
It's actually kind of funny in a
If
way.
you are
When you get
making
caught in
the
trap,
right
it's one of the
macro
biggest moments of the whole
decisions,
game.
right?
Number
And if you're
7,
unfamiliar with
the
what macro
Eternal
is,
Town. A weird
it is
one.
the
Deep in the
overall
consecrated
game
stone
state
lies a
of the
seemingly
map
abandoned
itself.
town. If you take
It's
the
not
time to explore,
your
you'll find
lane,
there's nothing
their
but ghosts
lane,
and
my
strange
problems,
barriers
their
blocking your
problems.
way. There's only
It's
one
an
way to remove
overview
those
of the
barriers.
entirety
By
of the
entering
game
a
state and
strange
what is
alternate
best
version of the town from the
for you to
Evertail
win,
and lighting
right?
3 candles. When you first pass over to the
In this
alternate version of
situation,
Cortina, it seems safe enough.
if you are
Of
making
course,
the
there
right
has to be
macro
something lurking around,
decisions,
but what is actually there is much worse than you
when people make
expected.
choices
I
like
promise.
this,
You're
they
wandering
just
around and then
lose.
suddenly
They're
a black
throwing.
assassin appears out of
And the
nowhere,
reason why is
backstabs you,
because
either killing you instantly or
if
taking
all
most of
5
your health,
players,
and then he
instead of
disappears
chasing
again.
Tyr
I fight these guys pretty much
all the
impossible.
way back
They're
to
totally invisible. They
Fountain,
can't be targeted,
right?
and the only
Think
clue
about
they're
that.
even here are
If
the
they all
footsteps in the
grouped
snow,
up
that doesn't really
and
help
started
because they
pushing
dodge
down
around like
middle
crazy,
lane,
and that leaves no trace. Oh, yeah, and their
Tyr
attacks
would have no
bypass all of your
choice
defenses.
but
They're
to go
invisible,
back
nearly invincible
to
killers
base.
that will scare the
He's
absolute
not
crap out of you the
sieging
first time you meet 'em.
any towers. He doesn't have the pin. He doesn't have the attack speed. He doesn't have the health to eat 14 shots because he has no attack speed. Like, Tyr is not doing any. Tyr is not going to accomplish anything in this lane. We know the minions are past because we can see them. I know it's probably hard for you to see, but they're like here on the map, and they may even be here. But Gilgamesh is covering. So with that being said, like,
This is the frenzied flame
Tyr is not
village,
really
found in
accomplishing
the northern
anything.
part of the
Even
area.
if
The
Tyr
village itself
starts
is
proxy
not
farming the
except for
waves to
one
make sure that y'all
big
can't
flaming
siege in
thing.
this lane,
On your approach to
which
this
would be
place,
big
it
brain
seems
as hell.
pretty standard, and is in fact
he's still not stopping the other waves. Y'all have so many options that if you just make a good choice, you force people to be there. It's like, yeah, you can split push, but I'm about to end the game. So what you want to do, you know? Yeah, you can clear out all the minions in this wave, but we're about to go take your middle Phoenix. What are you going to do? You know? It's a call out. When you go here instead, when you chase the bait, you have FG on a timer. Now, it's only 14 seconds left, but the FG is coming up. This is time better used for prep, for wards, getting your final purchases before the big fight that may determine the entirety of the game. That's the things that you should be looking to do in these situations. You're on a timer, and every second in a MOBA counts. You do not want to be chasing people into the netherworld when there's nothing that they could do if they were there by themselves anyway. You know, so just play the objective, play objectively, and things will work out for you anyway. But this is horrible.
For one thing, if you decide to be brave, you can
like ultimately they're gonna go for this play. They're gonna do what they can.
Not even in the supposed safe house are you safe from invasion.
They get the kill there. It's nice and everything, but like realistically, if that tier is smarter than what he just exhibited, you know, it would have been ripped. But look at the clapback. Because y'all are so spread out, you lost your hyper carry, which was Bologna. Heim does not have ultimate. Baron does not have ultimate. And y'all are about to take a 3v4.
I was actually pretty damn freaked out. The fact that this whole thing is a one-time event makes it that much more
good
freaky.
Call.
When you play a really long game like this one, you get used to certain locations, but it suddenly changes out of nowhere, and that's pretty shocking. And there's still some other freaky stuff about the
Excellent.
whole, like how you can find it in the royal capital, only now it's disheveled and
Excellent.
abandoned. Basically, there's a lot of mysterious things about this place, as well as some unquestionably freaky moments. And number 4 is Stormvale Castle. The first major dungeon of the game is Stormvale, and for the most part, it's the kind of castle you'd expect from the Souls game.
Why did y'all go in on 2v4? You really brought them to me by. So Bologna is mad at Gilgamesh for breaking the fight toward Bologna and getting Bologna caught out. And Baron is mad that they accepted the fight knowing that the damage, the bulk of the team was not there. All valid frustrations. But ultimately, Baron and Heim really should have never went for tier in the first place.
At the end of the path, you'll find this, a bizarre head that looks like a squid combined with a man splayed out onto the ground. Beside it, you can find this strange bloodstain showing someone
Not
getting
bad.
impaled, but that's it. Like,
You need a
what the
sentry
hell is
ward.
going on here, and why is it underneath the castle? So, if you investigate it further, you'll find out that this is the corpse of Godwin, the first of the demigods to die. Also, for whatever reason, this isn't even his true body, which is actually found elsewhere. But him being the first son of the golden lineage seems to have somehow cursed Storm.
Yes. My God.
Fucking commercial.
Yes.
It also calms the nerve
Tell
inside the
them.
tooth for sensitivity prevention. Invest in healthier teeth.
My boy
No
just
Sensodyne
really
Nourish.
out.
Like, if you notice all these weird
My guy
holes
is
like that,
crazy.
they're not from
My guy
artillery
is
or
crazy.
dragon attacks or anything. They're actually
Yo,
from
I
caused by
am.
Godwin, Prince of Death's corpse. The place is literally rotting from within, and you never go in Vale. Like, if you notice all these weird holes in the castle walls, they're not from artillery
Man,
or dragon attacks.
I am
They're
just
actually rot
astonished.
caused by
I'm
Godwin,
just,
Prince of Death's corpse.
yo,
The
like,
place is literally rotting from
you're
within. And you never
you're
know
doing
unless
it.
you found this
You're
weird-ass
doing it.
body and started the
You're
quest
doing
line
it.
from here.
You're doing it.
And number 3 is the Raya Lucaria Academy. The Academy's pretty creepy by default with all these giant stone-masked wizards, but for this entry, we're really focusing on one aspect of it. Underneath the Academy is some kind of giant elevator, and if you either intentionally or unintentionally fall off of it, you're going to end up in this little arena with a nasty Iron Maiden-looking monster. This thing has...
I don't even know what to say.
particularly nasty
I don't even know what to
attack.
say.
When it opens up
I don't
and
know what to
grabs
say.
you with, whatever this
Your
is
teammates are
inside of it,
bickering,
and
which
while it just
sucks.
spits you out if it doesn't kill you, if it
Your
does,
teammates are bickering,
that's
which
when
sucks.
things start to get freaky. Instead of getting sent back to whatever side of grace you previously saved at,
but you know what? Because you're not engaging in all that riffraff, your teammates respect your calls, and your calls are correct. It's just, bro, you're just
This is all basically the last thing you want to do when you're trapped in an unfamiliar area, but you really have no other choice. You just keep going deeper.
You're up too far.
This dark cave.
Off rip. You're up too far.
From there, the only way out is through a fog door, where you have to fight two of these abductor versions at the same time. If you're pretty low level, like if you get caught by one of these,
I'm gonna take a moment here because this is not your fault.
These guys are nearly impossible to
okay.
fight. They're tough enough by themselves.
This is another low elo mistake.
Straight up sadistic.
Another low elo mistake. If you are watching this game, if you're watching this, right, and you're like, man, I'm in gold, I'm trying to get to plat. You know, I'm in plat, like low plat, but I'm trying to make my way to diamond. This is Exhibit A. Under no circumstances should you be fighting the opponent who has Fire Giant, right? And not just Fire Giant, but enhanced Fire Giant outside of the Phoenix. If someone had an item and a half lead on you, you wouldn't fight them in the middle of the lane because you would have to play perfect to win, and they could play mediocre and still outtrade you, right? So when you go back to pick it up, they burst out. Hold on 1 second. Just grab you. These things are all over the place too. They're like the worst, and they're the single reason why the Carrier Manor is so incredibly freaky. And finally, at number 1, it's the Forsaken Depths. At the bottom of the subterranean shunning grounds, you can find a boss, Mog, the Omen. After you kill this guy, you get a reward, and for most people, that's the end of it. That must be the end of the show. Yo, okay. So, so his audio was playing through the screen. Oh, that sucks so bad. That sucks so bad. Forgive me, viewership, because I have no idea how I could even possibly edit that out like that. Like, I don't even think that can be done. But this is a really bad mistake. Okay. And I'll keep my phone from now on, like where I can see it. But this is a really bad mistake. You want to take fights that favor you, right? You want to take fights where you can win. Even if you're better than that player, right? Like, you want to take fights that are in your favor. You never, ever, ever want to take a fight when the opponent has enhanced Fire Giant. You just don't. The only reason why you're going to fight a team that has enhanced Fire Giant is because you're literally defending either your Phoenix or your Titan. If they're taking every tier 1 off the map and every tier 2 off the map, they can have it. They earned that because you and your team came up short and they got the Fire Giant instead of y'all. You just got to eat that. And this ain't aimed at you, Imperial, but just like for players who are trying to get out of silver, gold, low plat, trying to get into diamond. You do not take these fights. The only way you win a fight like this is if the entire enemy team catastrophically misplays, or if you actually have a crazy gold lead, crazy level lead on them, and they snuck or maybe stole the Fire Giant, right? Then it's like, okay, just because you got the enhanced Fire Giant doesn't wipe away the fact that y'all were trash for the last 15 minutes, right? That makes sense. But when you are 84 to 82, you do not take a fight against Fire Giant, let alone enhanced Fire Giant outside of your tier 2, which is why all the intelligent players stayed back and why he's dropping Winds of Shamash, his ultimate, all the way out in that tier 2. Like, it's just, this is just stupid. This is stupid. So you had to, which I would have not done. I just said, fuck him. You had to give up both your relics to save his stupid life. If you are frontlining fights, hold the line. Hold the line. This was a horrible fight. This was a horrible fight. And if he dies anyway, it's just insult to injury. This is where you fight. Now y'all have a lead. Now y'all can take the fight. That is clean. Good job prioritizing the peel in this situation. I would ult to her. Give her mitigations. Never mind. She made it out. I thought she was further than what she was. Jeez. Good, good, good. Oh, clean. There it is. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. Attack left lane. Attack left lane. Attack left lane. Attack left lane. Oh. Bologna's still going. Ult Bologna. You must save Bologna. Bologna can't die. You cannot let Bologna die. Under no circumstances. Good. Trying to get the damage dealers off of. Yes. Yes. Tyr's not the threat. Smart. Smart. Target prioritization. Yes. That's crazy that my party chat volume came through the TV. Oh. It's all good. Keep your teammates healthy. Drop your sprint. Y'all about to end, right? Maybe. Yes! The rooted sprint. Give her your mitigations. No. It is what it is. Yes. The anti-attacks me. My boy is big brained. He went back for the ward. He went back for the ward. It's just, yo. Wow, man. Wow. That's all I can say. Hopefully this Baron doesn't get anything off the split push. I would tell Baron to attack left lane, but I think he gets soloed. Ain't that sad? She soloed that shit. Clean. Boxer should show up on that minion wave. GG, you got outplayed there. Okay. Whenever you are going to ward with your sentry, right? You do want to be pretty much on top of the spot. You don't want to ward it from far away. Because think about it, right? Think about it mentally. If you're warding it from far away, you're already in the back of your mind saying, there may be somebody there. Right? But if there is someone there and you drop the ward from afar, and everyone's picking up sentries at this point in the game, then they're going to have priority to clear out your sentry anyway. So in that situation, right, if you're concerned about ambushes and stuff like that, like, I get it. But, like, in that situation, as weird as it is, you really should just be face checking. You should be face checking in that situation. You should just literally walk up and be like, so what's good? They're not going to kill you. They're not going to blow you up. They don't have anybody on their team that can just blow you up. Argus is not blowing you up. Bakasura has to chew you down. Anher's ultimate's not blowing you up. You're almost at 4k HP. Like, you can walk in there, even if you take it and they beat the fuck out of you and you live, like, you've stolen vision, you can get another sentry on top of it, and they've wasted X ultimates on you. So you don't want to ward from afar like that. You're telling them, like, hey, if you happen to be here, you get it for free. Good. Quadruple taunt. She made it out. She's getting attacked. Shell is good. Shell is good. Shell is good. Shell is good. Yes. 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 Okay, where's everybody at? Balloon's coming back up. Yes. 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 Slow his ass down. Slow. Whoop. Type middle lane. Tell your team to type middle lane. My guy is 0-10 today, dude. When you make the right calls, they have to come to you. The whole enemy team is going to stop what they're doing. They're coming middle lane. This is why you don't chase tier in that situation. Because if you're just making the right play, they're coming anyway. Good. Wow. Wow. You are big tripping, bro. Smite some mediocre plays. Did you watch the same game I just watched? Holy. Look at your stat line. 2. You went 3-2 in 31. Your team got 46 kills. Your kill participation was over 70%. Your relics, your itemization, the increased attack speed, the nerfing attack speed, you played off your hyper carries, you mitigated the Baron who was feeding his brains out, you led the team, you didn't engage in the toxicity, you had clear effective comms, you called for objectives, you pulled big abilities, you warded like crazy. Perfect student. Perfect student. Perfect student. And it is cringe that you weren't top MMR. I don't understand how like if you play to that caliber in like the other roles you play, I know you play mid and solo. There's zero reason. There's zero reason why you can't be in plat. Like there's no reason you can't be in diamond. Like I am like it is night and day. It is night and day. It is night and day. And this is considering that you're not even really with a coordinated team. It's not like I don't think you duo queued with anybody. Like you were just in there, you know? The only things that, I can imagine, which just comes with time, right? You only had a few shortcomings as far as mechanics goes. Making sure that you're layering your abilities so that you can minimize how many abilities you're having to throw out to save people. Which sometimes you don't have control over that because your teammates would be like, ooh, I made it out. I guess I can turn back and fight again. It's like, I bailed you out. You put yourself in danger because you're not. There's only so much you can do there. Your items were great. The auras you chose were great. Your build was great. I'm not going to critique you if there's nothing to really critique. I think you had a stunning game. That match was excellent. There's really nothing else to say. You did what you were supposed to do. Just keep this up. If you keep this up, I don't understand how you couldn't reach where you're going to go. You are going to have people who are going to throw your games. You're going to have people who are trolling. You're going to have people who have attitude and stuff like that. You really can't control that. So don't take those losses to heart when those happen, right? I just got flamed in my last game because of some shit. So, it happens. You don't win them all. But if you can play like this consistently, there's no reason why you're not going to climb. The only thing I have to say to you is play more ranked games. You need to get as many games in as you can. You're not going to climb unless you play. You got to be willing to risk it for the biscuit. And then 2, I would also recommend making sure that you I'm gonna say tab, but really I mean like, you know, use your select. Just keep track of what your opponents are doing, what your opponents are building, what your money's looking like, what their money's looking like, you know, that kind of thing, because it's going to help you better assess trades before the trades get in deep, right? If you know that the enemy mid laner is 2 levels down and you and the enemy mid laner are equal and he's 2 levels down in your mid, when he shows up, you know, you don't have to have that pause. You can know, oh, he's low, you know. Honestly, that's all I have to say. You had an excellent game, and anybody who gets you a support will be great. You know what I mean? And yes, you know what I mean? Let me see if you flash your other stats. I want to see if your other stats show up. Let me see your other stats. Show me something. I want to see how many wards you placed. Oh, that's it. But you know what? I saw you place at least 12. So I'm gonna say you probably placed about 15 wards that game. It was just stellar. That's it for this episode. If you are someone who cares about their rank, maybe you are having some issues climbing and you want to do coaching or you want VOD review, please reach out to me. So my name is Jamichael Knight. You'll find me on Facebook. Probably the best way to reach me. I won't know you up front, right? So just reach out to me. You know, hey, this is who I am. This is my gamer tag on, you know, place on PSN, on Xbox Live, and I am this rank. I play this role. I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Would you like to coach? Would you like, you know, yada, yada, yada. Just give me some context so I know, like, who you are. Because, like, sometimes I get messages and, like, some of y'all got some, like, weird Facebook profile pictures. And I'm just like, yo, like, is this, like, some ad? Is this, like, some kind of, like, bot? Or, like, what's going on here? So, you know, just, hey, hello, introduce yourself, tell me what's up. And we can do something very similar to this. My goal is to make sure that we have a stronger player base of players who are more knowledgeable in the game and what they should be doing at all stages so that the game can become more competitive over time. And that's really my goal, just to educate. With that being said, I appreciate you guys for stopping through, checking out this video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. The only way that this is going to reach other people is if you make it important. So if this is something you're interested in, if this is something that you've been wanting to see, then please, you know, show some support. And I appreciate your time. Take care. Peace to the squad. And I'll see you guys next time.